Commence primary ignition.
For Thursday, February 17th, 2021, it's the Serenno Squadcast, the official podcast of the Serenno Squad. Freeze. Swain.
Beautiful.
All right, yeah, everybody is getting ready for the show.
Wayne's getting so ready he's putting eye drops in.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
You can see so clearly now. We've got the whole squad here today. We've got Paul.
Hello.
No idea what his last name is. We have Evan. Yeah. There he is.
Sup?
Yep. And we've got Wayne. There we go. And I'm Gunner. Thank you guys for joining us. This week we've got some super special news because it is it's election season for the 501st, and I guess this is probably Legion wide, all the garrisons.
Yep.
Changing
Everybody.
it up.
Well,
So,
not necessarily everybody gets something new, but yeah, elections are for everybody.
Nice. Well, that is what we'll be talking about in our first segment.
Oh yeah, we're gonna bring him in when it does.
That is the 501st Legion.
Legion news. Yeah, so this week we've got elections, and not only do we have elections, but we've announced the elections are over, so we know who.
Yes.
Everyone knows who their new. I guess it'll be the garrison COs. You've got squad leaders, all sorts of positions. All
Attachment
around.
leaders, Legion commanding officer.
Well, tell us more about that, Paul. How does that affect us here in the Serenno Squad?
Not really. It's kind of like saying your company has a new president.
Oh, there
Sure.
we go.
I'm still going to do the same thing every day, but
So, Paul, you were our squad leader here for the Serenno Squad, and
I am the lame duck squad leader now. I am the outgoing.
yeah.
Transition is Tuesday. Is when
Okay.
our new squad leader formally takes effect. Something like that.
This
Gotcha.
Tuesday coming up or last Tuesday?
This Tuesday coming up, I think.
Oh, I
Yeah,
have
it's
things I
one-
need to
it's
run
a-
by you.
It's 1 week of turnover.
Yeah,
Mm.
the transition. So I have. Nah, I won't do it. I was gonna make a current events joke, but I'm like, no, let's not.
Yeah.
Let's not go there.
Let's just no.
Keep it light. Let's keep it light. So
We have 4 fans. Let's not lose 3.
yeah, half the fan base gone in an instant.
All good until they made it political.
Yeah, we're good at that. So yeah, we've got a new squad leader here, and you want to go ahead and announce who that is, Paul? Since you were our last squad leader, you're now relinquishing your.
Yeah, it's Eric Sutphin.
Yay!
TK number I do not know off the top of my head. There's a 9 in there somewhere, I'm pretty sure.
It's 4 digits, so he's an old school guy.
He technically was approved prior to me, but he lived in Northern Virginia for a significant time
Boo.
and left the 501st for a little while.
No.
And only came back
Also,
recently.
boo.
We love all Virginians. We love you all.
We love everyone. We love Virginians, West Virginians. That's about it.
Yeah,
North Virginians, East Virginians, South Virginians.
we love everyone.
Central
Oh.
Virginians,
The whole world.
Southwest
Everybody.
Virginians.
Everybody's a Virginian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wisconsin Virginians. That's me.
Oh.
California Virginians.
Nice. Oh, Tennessee
Paul.
Virginians.
Ooh.
I'm a
It's basically the
Tennessee
same thing.
Yeah, it's not too far off.
West Virginia.
I prefer Virginia, honestly. But anyways, Eric is our new squad leader. That's super exciting.
Yes.
He's also I might have mentioned this last week, but he's our kind of our squad's official Darth Vader. I wonder
Yeah.
how often do you get a squad with multiple Darths. I mean, we've got multiple Emperor Palpatines and Darth Sidious, but do we have? Is that common that you? I mean, it's an expensive costume.
I mean, technically, Serenno has 3, right? There's Eric.
I think Chris is still technically active, and
so
we got more.
We have 3 Vaders.
Wow.
Yep, and then every TIE pilot is also a Vader, so
Yeah.
quadruple that.
And the gunners and
Yep, and Kylo Ren also.
and Kylo Ren, yeah, too. That's right.
No, Kylo Ren is Darth Maul.
No, yeah, that's true.
True.
Thank you for clarifying that, Paul. We needed that. So yeah, that's pretty exciting stuff. Not much will change other than I guess the people who had to do stuff before, they're either doing it again or they're, well, in our case, I don't think anyone is anyone returning to a position or reelected?
Wayne is,
Wayne!
I believe, staying on as our army.
So I didn't know if that was, for some reason I heard someone say that might not be a position anymore. Am I crazy?
It's not on the garrison level, but it is on the squad level.
Okay, cool. Gotcha. Well, that's all that matters to us anyways, because we need you. There's got to be somebody that you can go to. And
I mean, it doesn't matter if Serenno Squad Armorer is a position or not. It's going to be Wayne. So even if a squad leader comes in and puts someone else in it, it's still going to be Wayne.
We're going to point our fingers at Wayne.
Wayne is perpetually the armorer for this entire half of the state.
That's because I love it so much. You can't take that away from me.
Yeah, you're always
and he's the best.
Yeah, always begging to do our projects for us.
He's the
also
the
that
on the west.
You can give Wayne this, and then it will be finished, and you don't have to do anything. It's just like, hey, Wayne, can you do this? And then
I was looking at that when you put it up too. I was like,
the gears are turning.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I'm glad to hear that. Congrats, Wayne.
Thanks.
I
did literally nothing.
Yeah, that's how good you are, man. They just had to have you. You didn't even
doesn't
have
even
to
need
fight.
a campaign.
Yeah, exactly. So, now on the higher level, when you get to the garrison and stuff like that, do people when they change kind of powers or whatever, do you ever see any changes shake up on a garrison level?
I mean, almost every time there's typically a new XO. There's going to be sometimes there's a new GML, which is the guy who garrison membership liaison who approves the costumes. Sometimes you get a new webmaster. Sometimes you get a new PR officer, et cetera, et cetera.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the CO appoints all those positions, so they can change who's in those positions if they wanted.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So we have, I don't know about the XO, but the garrison CO continued on. It's Danny. He got reelected. Our GML and GWL, I think, are still the same.
Yeah, Tim and 762s.
Yeah.
Cool. So a little bit changed, not too much.
No, it was to be expected. If I had wanted to be reelected, if I'd wanted to run again, I probably would have been reelected. But I didn't run again.
Well, I know
just because 2020 was such a
bummer,
a nothing year. It was kind of like, well, everybody's just like, okay, just give it to him one more time. It's a
yeah. I think there's a little. I'm sure there's plenty of people who got pity votes. It's like, well, let's give him another shot.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't really matter. You're still.
Yeah, we're just plastic spacemen,
yeah.
And any perceived power in this group is completely fake and made up.
Right, that's true. But hey, it is. I'm sure when you get into it, maybe for the first time, it's pretty exciting to be able to maybe get your chance to help the Legion or the squad or whatever grow, or to do things that maybe maybe you know, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it's nice to know that people can kind of help out in their own way, where it's, you know, you might be in something for a while and you might see things and you feel like, oh, that can be improved. So we might get that, we might not. But I'm
And
pretty
501st is all volunteers, so it can be hard to find somebody who will volunteer to run a volunteer organization. Like,
right.
you put in all your time and effort and potential money and deal with drama, and you get literally nothing for it.
I was about to say what I was kind of I couldn't really find my words, but you really got to be passionate. You know, you got to have a lot of passion for this. And so
Yep.
if you're a person that you're, you know, wanting to come into this, you're probably somebody who's doing it for the right reasons, and you know, we'll probably get some positive things from that. So I have been with the 501st since December of 2019, which is hardly a year. I mean, it's a year, but hardly, considering it was 2020. But it's been pretty cool to talk to the people that have, you know, coordinated some of these things and to see the stuff they've done. And like, it was really fun to have that picnic this over the summer. It feels like, was it over the summer?
Yeah.
Stuff
It
like
was in
that.
May, I think.
You know,
that one we did 8 years ago.
yeah, we had no opportunities to do anything, and that was a moment where you guys kind of got together and of course safely distanced, got together and did something that needed to be done for the squad. So I like that kind of stuff, and I hope that, I'm sure we will get the same type of passion from all these guys. It'll continue on. But anyways, enough of that blabbering. We have some approvals. That's exciting stuff. So let's take a look at what we got.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of them because approvals are frozen during election time because you don't want people artificially bumping up the rosters to get votes, which is a thing that happens.
Wow, man, people really think this through.
Yeah, because they're all about that pretend power.
That plastic power, baby.
Yeah. Plastic spaceman power.
First, we have TI11243 on the approval of their New Hope TIE pilot.
He's a ninja.
Yeah, he is. I like that that balaclava. He's not about to spread his you know, his COVID germs. Not
Needs
that
to go over his nose.
Yeah. He or she, I mean, I assume it's a he, but I really can't tell. All I've got are the eyes and the nose to go by. I'm gonna say
I would assume a he that looks like a he in the eyes. I could be wrong. But
you never know. But it looks really good. That is a clean costume right there.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Now,
Yes.
those that box, is that like an updated box, or do you think that is possibly what you get stock with the kits?
That one is probably what he got, because if it's being approved now, that means that he was working on it through the time, because they just updated it.
Ah,
Yeah,
so this is the brand new updated CRL.
Yeah.
There was a period, like a grandfather period. I think they said if you were working on it while they released the CRL, they would allow you to be approved with the previous revision.
Yeah, you got 6 months.
Nice. Well, it's an awesome looking kit. Looks
Yes,
great.
it is.
I like whenever the helmet and everything is like, you know, proportional. This guy, he's got it down. Looks good. Looks good. What else do we've got? Okay. We have TK75392 on the approval of their New Hope Stunt Stormtrooper.
It's a good looking kit.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's classic.
That's a pretty standard Stormtrooper, the stunt, right?
Yeah, that's one that most people build.
Looks good though. I can't tell. Okay, yeah. I was like, what's going on there? So she's got the blaster resting on her hand.
Yeah.
It's an interesting pose. I was like, what? It almost looks like a karate thing going on. And I was like, what's in her other hand? But I see it now. It looks good. Congratulations. I want one. And last but not least, we have
Another Darth Vader.
oh, okay, yeah. And this is what it says. It's dual approval of a New York, a New Hope TIE pilot and Imperial bridge crew. Which, yeah, that's not. That's pretty close. All you do is take the helmet off and throw a hat on. I'm sure.
Yeah, just take the armor bits off, put the hat on.
Yep.
Looks good. Looks good. Man, I more and more. We talked about it. I've said that I don't really care too much about the TIE pilot, but now that
What do you mean you don't care about the TIE pilot?
all I gotta do, that's what I said before. I said when I said don't care about it, I meant like, I never thought that I would go out of my way to get a helmet or anything for the costume, but now I'm loving it more and more and more. Man.
It's a fun kit.
I
Now-
can have it built for you in 3 days.
Am I crazy, or is that just the reflection on the helmet? Or are those 3 white stripes?
No, 2. He's got 2 going down below the eyes, and he's got the one in the front of the mohawk done.
That's a New Hope TIE pilot?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
like
there's-
4 or 5 different paint schemes you can do.
Yeah, there's 5 different
What?
paint schemes, and you can do any variation of those as long as they all match one of them.
Wow. I've never
And
seen
you've
this
got
one before.
The vocoder, the teeth, the tears, and then the thing in the trident, the mohawks.
The cheeks and the tubes.
The other one that was approved has those as well. If you go back,
The tears, those are a
Oh,
common.
you're right. They're gray.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Dang.
thing, all right, on the helmet, the things that you are allowed to paint, the top of the mohawk, that little piece that sits on top, the little trident,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you can paint that. You can paint the tears, the little indentations in the cheeks, the tubes on the side, the frown, and the vocoder.
Yeah.
You can variation on those. You can paint any part of those in any way that you want.
Oh, here we go. Okay, I see it now. I didn't see that
Yeah.
before. Where I could
so
go
both
back.
of those TIE pilots technically have the same paint scheme.
Yeah, he just used a
Tears.
brighter silver.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The tears is probably the most common one you see.
I've never
people-
noticed, but I think
He didn't
I've
do the
seen
frown
it
though,
before.
did he? The first guy didn't do the frown, did he?
Let's go.
Um,
Let's bounce back.
yeah, he did.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I see it now. Yeah, yeah.
Oh no!
Well, it's just his belt buckle. Cool.
You can see that I liked this photo.
all the shots. Yeah. Wait, I mean, we don't know your last name because you removed it, but that could be any Paul. Oh, I'm just ruining it. Okay, we did it. We looked at them all. That was great.
yay!
We've spoiled the mystery of how we do this.
Yeah. Tag on it. Hopefully people.
All that money down the drain that we
Yeah.
do.
Hopefully people have stopped watching by now.
Don't worry, they have.
They just tuned in for the election news, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm out."
Oh, that's all we wanted. Yeah, I'm sure people were they were waiting to hear our take.
I don't
on
have time for this. Are they going to get the weather or not?
it.
Um,
Snow. Yeah.
And then
So
there's a couple of new CRLs though
yes,
that posted as well.
you posted them.
No, I didn't post them, but
Oh, I thought you said.
somebody somewhere in the
I
region
thought you
posted.
said I posted them as well. I was like, oh, you posted them.
No, I ain't that fancy. I'm not a detachment leader.
Do I have any way to view them?
you have to go to the forums.
Forums.
Can Evan pull it up?
No.
If you want me to show it with my
Yeah, he can't. He has to be a
Yeah.
host.
let me see. I don't know if that Senate Commando was posted because we're still in the transition. I think they may have just shared it.
It was on, and it was
awesome.
posted on some social media pages.
Yeah,
When I
because
see
that
it
was
on-
posted.
Would I
If
be
you
able to
go
find it on the 501st?
Sovereign Protector's Facebook page, I think. I don't know if they have Instagram, but on their Facebook page they shared it.
They've got Instagram.
Is it Instagram or Facebook?
It'd be on both. They're probably
Yeah.
it's probably the same thing on both.
Oh, daggone it! I was already on Instagram.
Go back.
I'm going back now. This
Sovereign
is
Protectors.
the Dead Air podcast.
Hopefully
So
this
for
will
you
all
guys
get
who
edited.
for you guys who don't know, Sovereign Protectors is the detachment for Royal Guards. And that's it.
It's 501st soft. No, this isn't good.
They have Royal Guards. They have the Senate Guards, the blue ones from episode 3.
This is not good. That's 2 posts. This is
Yeah, that's it. I think that's the official Instagram, but I don't think that it's used.
well, let's go back to the Facebook then. Here we go. Facebook.
It looks like this.
For all you listeners, I'm sure you are loving this, but we are searching.
It's got a cape, which is cool.
Yeah, it's an animated clone body with what looks like a Railroad Guard helmet and a side cape.
Yeah,
And the whole thing's blue.
And it's blue.
Yep, and it's like almost like a matte shiny blue. It's like a really interesting color, which is really
Does it
cool.
have
And it's
the-
from
Does it have the big shoulder?
what? Big shoulder.
So what's the name of it again? Sovereign what?
Sovereign Protectors.
Oh, I put Guardians like an idiot. Oh, Protectors.
The,
words. English.
season-
Am I right?
I know in season 1, when they were in the Clone Wars show, one of their shoulder pauldrons was like twice as big. It was just this giant thing on their arm.
What? I don't remember that at all.
All right, I'm here. I found it. Now I got to remember, what am I looking for? Oh, I know.
Yeah.
The guard.
Yes.
Because
Yeah,
this is the guard one.
It's blue.
Oh, I found it. Yay. So for all of you people that stuck around. and didn't give
Share
up
it.
on us,
Share it.
Yeah, give me some. Yeah. Help me up. Wait. Do it. Do it. Do it. There it is. Yeah.
Yeah, there it
There you go.
is. Oh, it's so cool. Look at that cape. I love it. And it's like that matte / shiny. I mean, I don't know what that is, but it's beautiful.
It's really cool.
It
I
looks
like
metallic.
the detail painting on the shins, the arms, and the helmet is really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good painting. I remember seeing this when it was being built. I didn't know that they were building it for the CRL. I thought they were just, being cool people.
I'm surprised we didn't already have one.
Yeah, the episode's been out for like 10 years?
Yeah. And that's the phase 1 version. That's from the early seasons.
I don't think there was another version of this though. Unless does the armor change between phase 1 and phase 2 for animated?
Yes. There are differences in the armor.
Is it the knees and elbows?
The elbows, the later seasons, if you can see it on his, the elbow sticks out, so it's actually forming like a cross shape, and it
Yeah.
locks in with the bicep above it. The later seasons get rid of that piece sticking out, and so the elbows and the biceps both come to a smooth curve.
Okay.
The shoulder bell is similar in shape, except the later seasons they flipped it around. It's inverted.
Huh.
And the shape of the chest where it meets the midsection is different.
I'm sorry, but I just don't like that at all. I like the paint job, but I do not like the way that it just makes you look like you've got these huge traps that come down to these low shoulders. And the cape
Yeah.
doesn't help a thing.
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the animated armor. Like for me, if this was realistic, I would have I would have already had it made. I would be the CRL model, and I would wear it every day. But the animated armor is just weird, I guess. Like,
It's
it just
giving
doesn't,
me
like,
a Master Chief vibe.
yeah, the animated armor definitely, like, it feels like Halo 1 Master Chief, kind of low res. Which, I mean,
Really
there's
blocky.
nothing wrong with that. So, you know, some people like that. I prefer the realistic armor. Yeah.
Same people like you who are working on this armor. Everyone, I hate the armor you're working on.
Yeah. Hey, yeah,
Hey,
put
Rex
that
is
back up in the
cool, though.
camera so I can piss on it again.
Yeah, I like this thing. What was the other CRL that you mentioned?
If you want an incentive to, like, I need to get in shape and lose some weight, buy some animated armor, because matching CGI
Oh yeah.
is one thing. Matching an animated character is completely different.
Yeah, like not even like real person proportions, like cartoon person proportions. Like try to look like Johnny Bravo that we were talking about before the podcast.
Yeah,
The chest is huge on all of them. It just is naturally just big, and then it comes down into like this tiny waist. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have trouble with that one, I think.
you can't be a real person underneath there.
I'd look like a slug.
Let's just say, if you've ever met me in person, I'm having to lose weight to make my armor fit better.
You're not that big of a guy.
No, I'm kind of, I would say I'm at the extreme ends of what this armor can fit without major shimming.
Oh, Gunner should get him one. That way we could put some foam in it to really fill it out.
Yeah.
Piece of garbage.
Yep, it's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah, where's the curse? Where's the curse, Gunner? Where's the curse?
It's just the curse is for Wayne.
He can't walk over sewer grates because he falls right through the gap.
Yeah.
And he
If the
becomes a
wind
Ninja Turtle.
blows too hard, I'll fly away. There's all sorts of situations
All
that a
glory.
lot of people can't relate to. How about jeans? That used to be an issue. Yikes, jeans. When you don't have any hips, man, it's hard to keep them up. But
That's
I
what
gotta
belts
go.
are for.
my belt,
Right.
I have to tighten it up till it's like, whenever
That's the job of a belt.
I honestly need like suspenders, like Commander Gree.
So sport some suspenders.
I don't think that's gonna. You know what? It's okay. New subject. You did say there was another CRL, right?
I'm sure others have been posted. Didn't we have
There's-
some? There weren't there
There's
some of the
two more.
former-
There was two more Royal Guard or Sovereign Protectors CRLs posted, but I don't know if they're on the page or if they're. Oh yeah, there they are.
Right there.
I'm good.
From
I'm
the
good.
Force Unleashed.
Oh yeah.
I
Okay.
dig the blue one. I'm not gonna lie. I do dig that blue one.
The
Pretty cool.
colors are just awesome. That blue is like a really, really. It's almost like a midnight, but not quite midnight. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good
Red
looking
and
kit.
black does look pretty cool.
that's sweet. I think I'm gonna like it. I think I better like this page. There we go. Liked. Oh, a lot of other related pages. All right. Well, I guess that's it for the CRLs and for the Legion news. Congratulations, Eric. We yes, we applaud you. Moving on to our next segment. Right, I have to share the volume again. My bad.
Waiting.
The wrong franchise.
I think I know.
We still made it. All right. So, top story. This week we have the announcement of a brand new comic series, which is a little surprising for me, just because I'm already in the middle. I'm on issue 8 of Star Wars Bounty Hunters comics. So to
I've
hear,
not been getting. That's the one I've not been getting, and I'm kind of because I kind of don't care.
so the
How is
story-
it?
It's pretty good. It's after Empire Strikes Back. It's actually with the same. I'm pretty sure that the Darth Vader, the Star Wars, and Bounty Hunters are all at the same exact time. It's right after.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
right.
they're always taking place in the same time frame.
Cool. Yeah. So that's going on. There's that Valence character who's like a cyborg.
I
There's-
don't care about him at
Boz.
all. They've been trying to make him happen for like 2 years, and it's like,
Who's him?
stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not happening.
Who's him?
Valance.
Yeah. I'm not. He's like the Terminator.
He's
They've been
some
trying to make him
leftover-
happen for like 40 years. He was in the
Yeah.
old comic series from way back in the day.
Yeah, he's like some leftover from the old Legends era, and they're like, let's make this guy cool again because all the kids love cyborgs.
Yeah, everyone loves Terminator.
Yeah,
Remember that movie that everyone remembers?
It's
Yeah.
okay. It's all right. Yeah. But hey, that's not what this top news is about. It's actually, or top story. It is about the announcement of a new comic, which is also featuring Boba Fett, but goes by the name of internet. War of the Bounty Hunters. So slightly different title. And
Yeah.
tell us more about it, Paul. I think you've been.
It's I believe it's actually kind of a crossover event. I don't know. I think it's going to be its own self-contained title, but it's kind of it's connecting all the other lines because they said it's picking up after Empire Strikes Back. So Boba Fett has taken Han and Carbonite off to Jabba the Hutt. Something happens to him en route that he loses Han and Carbonite. So for some reason, Boba Fett has lost Han. Someone else now has him, and I guess it gets out, and everybody kind of wants Han for different reasons. The rebels want to save him. Darth Vader wants to go after him because he's blown up his house a couple times.
Oh.
It connects to like Dr. Aphra. She has a reason. Yeah. So everybody has this reason to go after him, and it kind of spins out from there.
So it's taking place right after basically I'm trying to well, if it's right after that
Empire Strikes Back.
so how is wait, so where would this be in comparison to the Bounty Hunters? Wouldn't it be at the same No.
It's after that story, whatever story they're telling in the Bounty Hunter comic.
So
This
it's
is picking
also
up after it.
yeah, okay. So they're just squeezing it in.
Yeah.
They're
That
squeezing
sounds like
it
what
in
they're
there.
all doing with all of these comic series. They're just squeezing them in everywhere.
That's confusing though. So the stuff that I'm reading now is actually after what we're about to read.
No, before.
But this was after the events of the Empire.
Yes. So I'm not reading the Bounty Hunter comic. So I'm assuming at some point in the Bounty Hunter comic, they reference the events of Empire Strikes Back. Possibly, maybe.
I don't know if they specifically mention anything like that.
At some point, they'll acknowledge where it takes place in the time frame, and this will pick up probably sometime after that.
Gotcha. I'm just trying to wrap my head around it because so at some point he'll either get Han in this Bounty Hunter series because he doesn't have him yet. I don't know. That's so confusing. I don't know how this is going to tie in, guys. I really don't, because from what I'm reading, he doesn't have Han and Carbonite, but this is after Empire Strikes Back, and I know that just from doing my research. I don't recall them mentioning that in the comics.
Yeah. I didn't care about the Bounty Hunter comics, so I'm not reading it. So I have no help on this one.
Well, yeah, I got them all right here, but
The the new one that's coming out, is it? It's like Boba Fett bounty hunters, right?
Yeah, it's Boba centric. He's kind of the main character.
Yeah,
Is it more than 2 issues? Because really, all you have to do is the title of the first one is "I'm the Worst," and issue number 2 is simply the worst.
here.
I mean, did you see Mandalorian season 2? It was pretty great.
All you had to do was load him in, fly from Bespin to Tatooine. Did he stop off for ice cream? How did somebody take a ship in hyperspace?
He could have been attacked. He could have run out of fuel. Somebody could have attacked him leaving Bespin. I don't know. Somebody could have attacked when he was changing course.
He could have run out of fuel, because when you have a big job like that, you don't check the tank beforehand to fill up before you leave on a long trip.
He wasn't expecting to have to fly all the way to Bespin. I don't know. I haven't read the book yet.
Yeah. Simply
It's 4 or 5 issues, I think. Most of their miniseries are like 5 issues. So I think it's 5.
I am simply the worst. There's 5 issues.
So, according to Charles Soule on his Twitter, how he describes it is Boba Fett versus everyone, and basically says that Boba Fett has Han Solo at the end of Empire, but we know it takes them a while to get to Jabba in episode 6. So he's not there yet when Lando and Chewie go to Tatooine just after Empire. So what took so long? Well, someone steals Han, and Boba has to get him back no matter what. And they say that kind of like what you mentioned was that everybody has a reason to go after him.
Well, he's got a bounty on him, right? Like, the whole point is we're like selling Han to Jabba because Jabba put a bounty on him, right? And so did
the Empire probably had one too. So
yeah. So Boba, I'm assuming Boba collected the bounty from in episode 5, and then there's another bounty to be had from Jabba, which is probably similar or even larger.
Yeah. So.
Well, that's exciting. I'm looking forward to it because,
And the bit he mentions there about Lando and Chewie is from the mainline comic. Lando's been dealing with Jabba. And I think they mentioned that Han isn't there yet.
Once they finish this like run of like this era of comics, they need to compile them into like a massive volume that I can follow. That would be cool.
That's basically Evan's dream for every comic that's ever been made.
Yeah, I don't want like a million individual. I don't want a million individual like little 3-page comics. I want like a book.
You don't need a million. You don't need a million.
They'll put out an omnibus.
I want to see that. I want to see like the binding with the words Star Wars written down it. I don't want to have these little slivers of paper,
You can get I'm sure they'll put out an omnibus.
It's all about the shelf. It's all about the shelf presentation.
You make us young people look bad, Evan. Wanting all these.
If you want, I'm sure somebody has Photoshop skills. They could just make a wrapping, new cover for some random book that just says Star Wars like that.
Dude, that's a great idea.
It just points you to the Comixology website.
You know what else you could do? Back when you were in high school and you used to have to do those projects where you would have it would be like a whole entire paper, and it would be like a book, and you would have to go and buy these little sheets of clear paper, and then you have a binder end that a piece of plastic you'd slide over all the pages, and it would hold it like the spine of a book. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
That's what you need, a comic one. And you can just put all your comics together in one little book and then put a spine on it, and you can flip through all of them, and you can write Star Wars. You can cut out a sticker or whatever you want to do, Evan.
You can just buy the individual trades.
Is that a thing too?
Yeah.
Yeah, they put out a trade for like every 5 to 6 issues.
Yeah. That's typically
what I grab is those. I have for the 4 volumes for the Darth Vader series that came out a few years ago.
If I buy the trade, I try to get the hardback.
Okay. If they have it, right? Sure. Oh, they did release some photos of the comic.
Some of the artwork is out.
Yeah, and one of the characters looks a lot like our old favorite I don't know
He's a
what the
Dexter
heck he
Jetster.
is. Dexter Just? Yeah, exactly. From what was that, Attack of the Clones?
Yes. The species has a name, but they're just called Dexter Jetsters.
Yeah. I had an action figure, and it was one of the coolest action figures because it was obviously a newer, probably Hasbro Star Wars action figure, and he had the 4 arms. It was a very big character. It was one of my favorite action figures just because it was so different than all the other little tiny action figures. Actually, while I'm on here, I gotta show you guys this. I don't know if you've ever seen one of these before.
And we just got the R rating.
This is Luke,
As a power of the Force, Luke. Yes.
fresh out of the trash compactor with wet hair.
Uh-huh.
Pretty cool.
So
Yeah, I've got some power of the Force figures in the other room. They're pretty awful.
I actually got this from a board game. And it was like some Star Wars board game. Very cool.
The Death Star, wasn't it?
Very cool. The Death Star board game?
Didn't it escape the Death Star?
It might be. It might be. And it's probably, 15, 20, probably 20 years old. And whenever I got it, I was too young to understand the game. But my parents saw Star Wars or whatever. And I remember like begging my parents to teach me how to play it. And no one would. It was very depressing. But I got this action figure, and apparently you guys have already seen it, so it's not as cool as I thought it was. But I'm just gonna play it cool now. So there it is for all the people that
remember. At least Wayne and I are very old.
Yeah. Get that garbage out of my face.
Get the hell out of here, idiot. All right. So yeah, that is awesome. The new Boba Fett comic. I'm looking forward to that. I actually need to go to the comic book store, sign up for it now so I can get the first issue. I've learned my lesson. I will not let that happen again because I don't think I'll ever be able to get a High Republic one.
There's been reprints.
I'm saying I won't get the first.
Yes, you will, and I can make sure of that.
Really? Because I got the second one because I'm signed up now. And the second
have,
one was good. It was
I have
really
number
good.
one.
You do?
I do.
Oh, well, we might have to
No.
organize a barter.
If you can print me those 3 boxes I need, we're good.
You got it, my friend.
You were going to do that anyway.
Score! All right. You're such a nice guy. That's I'm looking forward to that comic. And yeah, there was one other little bit of top story or a little bit of news there.
There was a game announced today.
A new game. Have you ever been on your phone or your Nintendo Switch and you're looking for games? Wayne's face.
For once, you have a video game announcement coming out that only you can play.
This is just for me.
Is that and the fact that we were like, we're going to play some Squadrons, or we're going to play some Battlefront, or we're going to play whatever, and you can't. So now you can play this, and I don't know what to make of that because every game I've seen on the Switch so far looks like it was made, I don't know, for the Sesame Street crowd. And I mean, they may play fine, but to me, what they look like is very scaled down. The fact that it's coming out for the Switch and my phone, I think, speaks volumes about it. That it's coming time on both.
I watched it. There's a little. It was called Star Wars Hunters, and they put out a little 30-second teaser image for it. I watched it 3 times. I have no idea what this game is about.
It looks like a mobile game. Like it looks like a typical mobile game ad. The people who are making it are the same people who made Farmville.
As long as it's fun, that's fine. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
Wayne,
But
I
don't
think
see me buying a whole system just for that one game if it's going to look like that, because it may be a really fun game, but if it doesn't draw me in, I don't care.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you this, Wayne. You nailed it right on the head. That's basically what I was going to get to. This doesn't look like if this is a game for your phone, this is a game for the Switch. I love the Switch for its Nintendo games. I got really excited when the Wii announced they were going to do a Indiana Jones game, because you got the Wii, you got the remote controls, you got the whip, right? Sounds like fun. You can use it as a gun. It's horrible. It's a terrible idea. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those things. Yes, it is hilarious that this is the only the only Star Wars game that I can actually play, because I do have both a Switch and a phone. But I don't see myself playing it. I think you're absolutely right, Evan. I think this is one of those games that they make a lot of games where they have these kind of cinematic trailers that make them look like they're like 3D action adventure games, and then once you download it, it's like a strategy game where you're floating above them and they're little, pixelated characters running around. Is this a negative to a film? What am I looking through here? Is it a Jolly Rancher? What is that?
No, that's the back out of my Phase 1 helmet, the little brake light.
Oh, yeah.
I made a new one.
Oh.
You wait till you see that helmet. I'm putting a lot of work into that helmet just to piss off John.
I can't wait. So yeah, that's about it as far as the top story goes. Whether or not we'll be reviewing that game is to be
You'll be reviewing
to
that
be
game.
seen.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll be reviewing it. I'll Zoom you guys and we'll do it all together. No,
Sure.
I don't feel like I'm gonna get this. There was a game where you could. It was just like man, I forgot what it was, but it used to be really popular where you would build like a village and you'd have a vault with all your money, and then you got this thing that would make technology, and you got a headquarters thing, and you'd basically develop a civilization. And they made a bunch of
Was
Nope.
it Civilization?
Nope. These are an app for a game, and it's like
Is it just any of those Farmville type games?
it is. They're all the same. You can get a different theme where instead of helicopters flying around, you can have X-Wings, bombing people. Or instead of tanks, you get AT-ATs or whatever, the AT-ATs. But that was actually a fun game because you could set up Sentinel
you would
joints.
need to get a Y-Wing.
Oh, yeah? Cool guy? A Y-Wing? Well, there are Y-Wings, actually. And you can... it's pretty fun. And whenever people come and invade you, you have you set up defenses and stuff like that. It's pretty good. But it's not really what you expect. It's not the Force Unleashed where you're running around with really cool graphics and with lightsabers and stuff. So I wonder what this will be like. We'll see. But that's all we have for that. Last but not least, we can talk a little bit about some, anything you guys have seen or would want to recommend people watch. There's all sorts of stuff. So many different shows coming out right now.
Actually, I want to see more of that. What else is there? What else did you get?
Evan is
Oh,
holding
he did
up.
the blasters and all of it. Now, is it 3D printed or is it vacuum formed?
It's fiberglass.
Oh, wow.
So Evan is holding up a chess piece for a female Mandalorian.
It's good stuff.
Or a nope, I'm not going to go there. It's basically a female. And you also have, was that a West Star? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, it's a Westar
That's a
35
knee?
or whatever it is.
So he's got the pistol to match. We've
Is
got
that the knees or the elbow?
That's the
They even
knees.
have elbows.
No, there's no elbows. That's the knees. Yeah, this is the Westar 35. There's actually a functional trigger that it comes with that I will have to build in. It's in a little baggie.
Very cool.
Yep. So
I want to print one.
Nice.
Hang it up on the wall.
yeah, this is resin cast, good old resin.
I'll paint that if you want.
I will be painting it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He
Sure.
can make you do the grunt work and paint all the rest of the armor. He gets the fun painting.
There's really not, like, it's all pre-cut and everything. There's no cutting that needs to be done. It basically just needs to be sanded and painted. And it's already sanded, so really just sanded a little bit again and then painted.
Nice.
Are you gonna put something on the inside of it because that?
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna it's coated, but I'm at the very least gonna have to like do a little bit of extra sanding just because it's there are some sharp edges here, but you can see it's coated, but like sharp edges around here, and there's a little bit
Sandpaper.
of there's a few glass fibers that are sticking up that I'll want to sand down here and there. So
Are
like
you
here,
gonna do
there's-
anything to reinforce the sides to keep it from cracking?
no, because it doesn't attach to anything. So there's no straps attaching to it. It's going to Velcro like this.
Yeah, 'cause all her pieces are very individualized.
Yeah, none of the pieces really connect to each other. The shoulder straps float, the chest floats. There's another piece under the chest that I think is it's attached to it, but everything else just floats.
Right on.
I want to be there then. I want to be there when you're building it. I want to see this because it sounds
Yeah,
like completely different than what I'm used to.
I'm still waiting on the last shipment, which is the helmet, and then a few other odds and ends. And I still need to order the boots too. So
Now the helmet is blue and white, but every other bit of those pieces are gunmetal.
it's between gunmetal or blue.
The gauntlets are blue, right?
Yeah, gauntlets are blue.
Yeah.
The shoulders, I think everything on the arms are blue, and then everything on the body is gunmetal.
What about the calves?
Those are, I think those are blue.
So Paul,
Hmm.
don't hold out on us.
What?
Let's see what you got, man.
No. Just been
Yeah.
working on weathering my Rex chest.
What are you making it match? The helmet or the arms?
The helmet. The helmet's kind of what I'm just going by for everything.
Gotcha. And how about that, Paul John?
And I got my pauldron.
That's kind of what I wanted to see. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's all plastic?
Yep. Nope, had it right the first time.
Yeah, you had it right.
Nice. Looks so good.
Now, show them what we did.
Yeah. It took 3 tries for me to figure out how to get this thing to stay on here because this and this are separate pieces.
Uh-huh.
Originally, I tried to Velcro them, but this was way too flimsy. Like, if you tapped it, it would fall off. So what we did, if I can get this to be seen, is I came up with the idea of just making it permanent. So these are screws.
Oh, and you just put the panels on top of the screws.
Yeah, because these, the blue panels, are actually another piece on top of this that gets glued on. So there's enough space to just hide the screw heads.
That's very nice. And that's going
And
to be
there's-
really permanent.
This piece right here is Velcro. So I do have a little bit of functionality or
Wow.
It
flexibility.
really bothers me that they didn't bother to make that button thing look a different color.
I think it looks great.
No, that button where it connects should be like a metal look.
No? Well, this
No.
is actually, this is a button. This isn't part of the mold. This is a button I had to glue on there.
Oh. So that's Paul's choice, Wayne.
Yes. No, his whole thing is, his whole pauldron is just, it's black with the blue panels.
What you got, Wayne?
Oh, poop. I'm working on this.
What? Where'd you get that?
What?
Is that a model?
Yeah. And I've decided I'm gonna paint this one a different color. One that I've never seen it before. So I'm gonna do this one in the 501st color.
Nice.
I'm gonna
Nice.
do the thing coming up, the thing coming down the chest. And as far as the fingers, I'm gonna do them in black. And the backs of the hands will be white. Anywhere the joints will be a black line. And I'm gonna do the blue stripes down the legs.
Very cool. Love it. Awesome. Well, I don't have anything to really show off, unless you guys want to see my my action figure again.
Get that garbage out of my face.
Put that thing back into the garbage chute.
Oh, I did see a model today. I went to the hobby shop to get some tools for working with the clay, and they didn't have them. But I always look through the models when I go there because I love them. There was a really cool Enterprise model with the cutaway saucer and the cutaway engine. So like you could build it, but you could pop it off in the whole. You got deck by deck.
Ooh.
I kind of want to build that.
That's awesome. Well, guys, I guess that's about it for this week.
Yep.
So thank you guys for joining us, and you can find us online. Check out the
Can't hear it, but you can find it.
That's right. 501stlegion.com. Go to Serenno Squadcast on the Instagram. Also, Garrison Tyrannus. That's where you can get all of the approval photos on Instagram. The last approval photos of our former PR officer, Evan. So enjoy those, people. Done a good job. Doing real good. All right, and congratulations to Eric and everyone else in the elections. And we will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.